Hello everyone, welcome to CollegeSathi, your trusted partner for career guidance. Today we have a very special guest, Dr. Smrite Goudhaman with us. She is a global professor of practice at the Golden Gate University, alongside her role as a pre-sales solutions manager at Datamatics. And today we are going to talk about her journey, her experience with DBA, how it has influenced her career, and what she has learned along the way. So let's welcome her. So everyone sees the doctor before your name today. But if we go back 5 to 6 years, who was Smriti back then?
I was a very simple girl, but with very big dreams.
What was happening in your career that made you think an MBA isn't enough anymore?
I knew people were listening, but the authority is where I felt that we would need to push a little more.
A DBA isn't common in India, but when you told your family that I am doing doctorate online, so what was their reaction?
They were very happy that I'm going to pursue my education. They just didn't know about how online works. And I think when I shared with them what it was going to be, they became my biggest cheerleaders.
Okay, that's great. So now let's imagine someone has never heard of a DBA. So what do you think? What is a DBA? Like, can you explain in like 60 seconds?
So basically, a DBA is when you come from the corporate world into academia,
Mhm.
bring a problem, find a solution, and back it up with evidence. So that's where the authority comes in, where you understand that there is a problem, you can solve it, and then you have evidence to help change an
Right.
organization. Yes.
So PhD is considered the OG doctorate degree, right? So how is DBA different from a PhD, and what is the future of a DBA in India?
Okay, let's go one by one. So, first, let me tell you about the PhD. A PhD is an academic degree where you're discussing, where you're reviewing, where you're working on theory. And now, let me take you to a DBA. A DBA is when you discuss and work on business problems. And now, let me take you to your third part is what is the future of DBA? For every single person in our country working in the corporate world, their dreams are to go to the next. And how do you achieve that next is when you have a foundation that helps you achieve the next. And DBA is that foundation. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And also, is there a difference of the duration of the course? Because I think PhD and DBA have a lot of difference in the duration. I've heard so.
Yes, so a PhD can be between 5 to 8 years, and a DBA is between 2.5 to 3 years.
Okay,
That's a
that's
huge
great.
difference. Yes.
And both give the doctor title.
Both give the doctorate title, but the difference is that one is academic, the other is very business driven.
So there's a common belief that MBA is enough for a career in business. Is that true?
Yes, of course, MBA is your first step. So it is enough to take your first step. How do we push the boundaries? How do you go from a manager into a CX level authority? I think that's very important to understand.
Right. So can someone working 9 to 6 actually manage a DBA?
Yes, I could. I look after my home, my kids, family, and a full time job. So it's possible. Yes. If you dream it, you can definitely go achieve it. Yes.
So why did you choose Golden Gate University for your DBA?
I think there were three very important things. The first thing is that the Golden Gate University has run this program for over 50 years. So they know how to deal with people who are working and also who want to study. It's called adult learning. And GGO also ranks number one in adult learning. Adult learning means people who are working and also pursuing education. How do they balance? So when a university has run a program for 50 years, understanding how it can help learners as well as educate them, upgrade them, skill them. That was very important for me to know that the experience they have. They have a great ranking and they are available in our country for so many people. So I think it comes with so much of experience that it made me choose them. And they're also from America in San Francisco. So what better than doing a degree in the Silicon Valley?
Yeah. You said my journey actually started after my thesis. So can you unpack that for us?
Yes, a lot of people think that the doctorate is the journey. Actually, the journey begins after you earn your doctorate. The opportunities that come your way, you become a book publisher, you can become a consultant. I became a professor and continue to work with Datamatics. So there's so many different opportunities that come your way. Your real journey begins after the title. Yeah.
So you're saying that being a professor and doing a business or a job is possible.
Of course,
Both.
you can wear many hats. Yes.
Because generally it is said that PhD is more of professor kind of a thing, and
Yes.
DBA is just business oriented.
In fact, you can do so much more. You can become a book publisher, you can become a book author, you can become a consultant, you can take up a new idea and have a startup. So there's so many opportunities that the DBA gives you. And I think that's why I truly believe that the future in education is going to be pushing the boundaries with the DBA in our country.
And how did your career change before and after the DBA? Like, was it very instantly, or you think it was a journey?
I think I like to believe that it's always a journey. You learn how to publish a paper, you learn how to own a book. Today, I'm a book author, I'm also a professor, and I continue working with Datamatics. So, nothing happens overnight. You live the journey.
And you also mentioned that there is a transformation of point of views in like the board of directors meetings after the title. So, how was that for you?
I think what's important is to understand that the DBA gives you an opportunity to find a solution and back it up with evidence. So, what happens is people believe in what you're saying. All this while, there is instinct. But here, there is instinct and evidence. So, you're going to make a very, very solid decision for your company.
So, basically, it gives you more authority.
Of course, it does. Yes.
Okay. And what's one opportunity that you believe came only because you had a DBA?
I think many opportunities. One is becoming a professor, two is being invited to the United Nations, walking the stage UNESCO at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris. So many different opportunities that come your way. Yes. Sitting here with you. Yeah.
Great. You picked up a major award recently. What was it, and how much of it traces back to the DBA?
I must tell you, it was not one, but there were three awards. The first award came from the government of India, where I got the copyright for my thesis.
Okay.
So that shows government validity. The second award came when my children, that is 100 undergrad students, completed a UNESCO certification together.
Wow.
And the third award came from Datamatics, which said operational excellence. There's one thing that is common in all of them. And the most important thing is it talks about teamwork, it talks about leadership,
Yeah.
and the authority that leadership requires, which is backed by the DBA. I think that's what changed.
That's great. You once dreamed of studying at an IIM, and a few years later, you found yourself presenting your research paper there. So, can you take us through that incredible full circle journey?
Yes, of course. Every Indian household, their dream is to see their children at an IIT or an IIM. I had that same dream too. But the difference is that after I completed my doctorate, I went there to present my thesis.
Wow.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. Being a woman, we often wear multiple hats, like working professional, daughter, wife, mother. So, how did you actually balance a full time job and a DBA?
So if someone tells you they were balancing, I don't think they're justifying. I think I like to believe I was juggling. You're just managing how to keep all the balls up in the air and make sure that nothing falls off. So, yeah.
So, if there's a woman who's watching this podcast right now, so and who has paused the career, so what advice would you give to her?
I would tell them that today, in today's world, with the opportunities that you have, you don't have to pause your career. You can do both. I could, you can. Yeah.
And so you were a student at Golden Gate University and now you are a professor there. So is it possible for other learners also, or um, is there something specific or something you did differently?
Let me put it this way. Golden Gate University trusted me with being a student. They now trust me with their students. So if it's possible for me, it's possible for anyone.
Imagine someone watching this from Lucknow, Indore, Chandigarh, or anywhere else in India, and they have the ambition but wonder if global opportunities are really within reach. So, what would you say?
I would say today, because of this course being online, you can actually sit in any city in India and have this global opportunity.
You mentioned it took a long time for you to start your DBA journey. Why was that so?
I didn't have a platform like CollegeSathi telling me that it's possible to have an online degree. I think what's very, very important is to understand back then we didn't have platforms that would tell us that there are opportunities. Today, you don't have to wait as long as I did to take an opportunity. So go ahead, meet a lot of people, and get guided. Yeah.
And agreeing to your point, I would also like to add that at College Sati, we have multiple tools like ClickPick, ROI calculator, resume builder, which really help the students and push them to, get the right guidance, compare the universities themselves, and choose the right one. And we also provide free career counseling.
So why wait?
Yeah.
Why wait?
Okay, so now for the next segment, it's a rapid fire round where I'll be asking you questions and you have to answer whatever comes to your mind.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Coffee, tea, or matcha?
None.
Hi. Early bird or night owl?
Both.
Okay. CEO for a day or a professor for a day?
Professor by morning, CEO by evening.
You actually do that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Your comfort food after a long, hectic day?
Anything that my mom's prepared.
If there's a specific dish you have.
Rajma chawal.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation. I would want to teach at the same time and go and pick up my daughter. I don't want to miss any.
Wow. Complete the sentence. My baby made me realize that.
Patience is a skill that I didn't know I had.
What's your phone gallery filled with? Research screenshots or baby photos?
Baby photos.
Who has taught you more patience, your baby or your DBA journey?
It's a myth that the DBA teaches you patience. It's your child.
Okay.
It's your child all the way.
Books or podcasts?
Books to learn, podcasts to stay curious.
MBA or DBA?
MBA is the first step. DBA is when you push your boundaries.
One thing you wish someone had told you before starting your DBA?
That your journey is going to begin after you get the degree.
One word that describes your DBA journey?
Endless possibilities.
Leadership or teaching?
Both.
One book every professional must read?
Letters by Nelson Mandela to his family.
One skill every leader must have?
Going and walking the extra mile with your team.
One dream still left to achieve?
I think I see my daughter taking on the legacy of teaching, and I would want her to do that.
Wow. Complete the sentence. A doctorate is?
Endless possibilities.
One line for College Sathi's learners.
That you have the opportunity that we didn't. Make the most of it.
AI or human intelligence?
AI, when you want to quicken the process. Human intelligence for wisdom.
Yeah, and also you're right, because I think that leadership, creativity, those are some things that only human
Yes.
have,
Absolutely.
right? Humans have. One AI tool you use almost every day.
Notebook LM.
Okay, now that we are on this topic, let's discuss about AI and its future.
Sure.
So I want to know why did you pick generative AI as your specialization?
I think we are all living in an age where we explore AI in our daily jobs. What was important for me to see is how can we give it at scale to people and make sure everyone's successful. No one's left out.
If not generative AI, which specialization would you pick?
I think I would pick culture,
Is there any book that you're inspired by?
the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. Everyone asks, will AI replace my job? So, what's your take on it?
I think my take is something that we've often heard, that AI doesn't replace your job, it replaces the people who don't know how to work with the tool.
Yeah. People think online learning means sitting alone at home with no networking opportunities. So, was your experience actually like that?
Actually, it's the opposite. You can sit in India and have a global network of friends, teachers, and so many opportunities.
One common concern among DBA aspirants is mentorship. During your research, did you ever struggle to find the right guidance for solving practical business problems? And if yes, then how did you overcome those challenges?
I must tell you, we were given a mentor. And what was important is to understand that these mentors come with academic rigor and industry knowledge like we have. So what happens is they exactly know what to guide us with and where to take us. I think that's very important, to trust that the institute that you are signing up with will give you the mentors that will make you the next doctor.
And the mentor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, being in this industry and having pursued DBA, you must have heard of several myths
Yes.
related to it. So, in our next segment, we'll be discussing some myths and you have to bust them.
Okay. Yeah.
A DBA is a light version of PhD.
It's a different version. It solves business problems. A PhD works in academia.
Only professors need a doctorate.
It depends. People in the corporate world are solving real problems.
So, they also need a doctorate,
Of course.
like you did.
Yes, absolutely.
You must quit your job to pursue a DBA.
That's a myth. You can do both.
A DBA is only useful abroad.
Not really. You can have an education anywhere in the world and you can still make it matter.
A DBA is easier than a PhD.
It's different. You're solving business problems, and in academia, you're furthering research and theory. Yeah.
A DBA is only for CEOs then.
No, it's for managers who want to push boundaries. Yeah.
A DBA guarantees a promotion.
Nothing guarantees anything. You have to work towards it. It becomes a big part in giving you the authority to get a promotion.
You need years of research experience before applying for a doctorate.
Not really. You need a problem that you want to solve.
Online students miss out on networking opportunities.
In fact, it's much more, because you get to interact with the world online today.
A DBA is only about getting the doctor title.
That's an honorary doctorate.
Okay. So, online DBA is different?
Yes, it is. It gives you the same academic rigor that any other online opportunity gives you. Yeah.
You must have an MBA before pursuing a DBA.
Not really. You must have a problem that you want to solve to do a DBA.
A DBA has less value than a PhD.
They're different.
AI will replace managers.
AI will replace no one. Managers who understand AI will replace people who don't want to cope up.
Right. International online degrees are not accepted in India.
All degrees are acceptable if they're accredited in our country.
Okay, now we have another fun activity for you. It's called red flag or green flag.
Right.
And basically मैं आपको कुछ segments बताऊंगी and you have to tell me whether it's a green flag or a red flag.
Okay.
Flags, please.
All
There you
right.
go. Okay, first, AI can write my DBA thesis.
Red flag. It can't think for you. It can help you. It can't write a thesis.
A DBA is just an expensive MBA.
Red flag. Huge red flag. It helps you understand research and create interesting solutions to problems.
A DBA is only for professors.
Red flag. It's for everyone, every single manager who wants.
The university has a strong alumni network of successful DBA graduates.
Huge. Green flag.
You get a dedicated research supervisor from your industry from day one.
Yes, green flag.
You also had a mentor dedicatedly full time.
Yes. That's true. So they work with you on your paper. So it's never you working alone. You work with a mentor on your thesis.
And when do they really join you? Is it the first year or the second year?
So they join you when you work on your research thesis on your topic. So that's in your second year, once you've understood how to write
The
the
basics.
research.
So a university guarantees you will become a doctor in 18 to 24 months?
Red flag. You have to work hard towards it.
Yeah. Your research topic solves a real business challenge instead of just theory.
Green flag. You solve a
Okay.
problem.
So for the next segment, I have a few common questions that applicants ask from CollegeSathi experts.
All right.
So who should pursue a DBA?
A manager who really wants and is looking for a career growth.
So is it also for founders and entrepreneurs?
It's for every single person who's looking at leadership.
Okay. And what's the ideal age to start a DBA?
There's never an age, there's always passion. If you're passionate about a cause, you can begin.
Top 5 things to consider before enrolling in a DBA.
I think very important is to understand the university ranking. That would be number one. How long have they run the program? Is it credited in the world or in the country that you want to? The network and the mentors.
Okay. Can government employees also pursue a DBA?
Of course, they're leaders too.
Okay. Can someone from a non-management background pursue a DBA, or is a MBA compulsory?
I'm an example. I came from retail into DBA. So, yes, you can be from any field as long as you want to study.
Does it help in getting a H-1B visa?
It makes your profile credible, but it's one part of a bigger picture.
Okay. Is work experience compulsory?
No.
Not at all.
No. What's important is your experience in wanting to create solutions.
What is the eligibility criteria for a DBA?
I think the most important criteria is that you believe that you are in here to solve a problem.
After DBA, do we get a certificate? And if yes, then who validates it?
You get a doctorate. And most importantly, it is signed by the registrar. So depending on which university you work at, that's where you're going to get your doctorate from.
For CXOs, entrepreneurs, and board managers, how is a DBA a good fit?
The most important thing is it helps you back any problem that you bring to the table with a solution and evidence. I think every single company is looking for how to look for solutions and implement them. I think that's the most important part here.
And can DBA graduates teach in universities?
Of course, today every single person in a college wants to know how it is to work in an industry. So it's a very interesting mix of people who come with industry experience to actually teach the next generation of what industry is going to look like.
Right. What careers open up after a DBA?
So many. You can be an author, you can be a consultant, a startup co-founder, you can be a CXO, you can be a director, and you can be a professor.
Okay, that's great. Can I publish books or research papers after that?
Of course, you can publish on the way, on the journey. Yeah.
And you once mentioned that thesis or a patent or what
A
was
book.
another thing?
Yeah.
A book.
Yes, you could have any. So today, a DBA allows you to actually have a thesis. If you would like to write that, you can go in for a patent, like I went in for a copyright, or you could publish a book.
Okay.
All these add value, and it's an opportunity to pick any that suits you.
So we can pick any during the course, and
Yes.
then we get the degree, right?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
that's great. So how are classes conducted?
So there is a mixed form of conducting classes. Some are online, and that is that they're recorded before. Some are when you discuss what you've learned in the recorded sessions with your class and your teacher, and some are one-on-one sessions. Yeah.
And it's all online.
It's all online. And you have an opportunity to go for an immersion where you actually interact with your batch and the students who take up the DBA course along with your teachers.
Right. So how much time does it require every week?
It really depends on how passionate you are about the topic and what is it that you want to Anywhere between 2 hours to 5 hours a week is good.
Okay. Is mentor support available throughout the thesis?
Absolutely. Yes.
Is an international DBA accepted in India?
Yes, it is.
Does it help with global career opportunities?
Absolutely. You have so many networking opportunities. You have friends, mentors, teachers who guide you.
And then if they want to pursue a career outside India, so
Yes.
that's possible, right?
Of course, because with a global education comes global exposure.
Right. Does it improve opportunities for research, conferences, or international networking?
Absolutely, yes. You now know how to publish. You're confident. You present papers, and you present papers with meaning.
And ma'am, you said that it's mostly about writing chapters, and it's not that difficult as people here generally think that DBA is. So, can you tell more about that?
Yes. So in the first year, you're really taught about how to write a thesis, what goes into a thesis, and why you are here doing the DBA. And in the year after that, you actually go step by step and follow exactly what they taught you in a topic of your choice.
Okay, and there is a mentor guiding you
All through.
it.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, you're saying that it's just 2.5 years that it takes.
Yes, that's true.
All right. How do immersions help and what role do they play? You mentioned visiting the LinkedIn, Microsoft, and Google offices. Was that opportunity provided by the university or was it a result of your own networking?
It was an opportunity that the university provides. So, an immersion is an opportunity that the university provides you to meet with the students in your batch, to meet with students from different countries, most importantly, to meet the professors who teach you. And then you go around Silicon Valley enjoying the differences and the culture and the innovation that it brings along. Yes.
Okay, so now complete this sentence. A doctorate doesn't give you a title, it gives you.
Opportunities.
And finally, if your younger self was watching this interview today, what advice would you give her?
That the room is waiting. Go in.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for such an insightful session. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really a pleasure having you here. And I hope आप सभी viewers के लिए भी ये session बहुत helpful रहा होगा. So thank you so much for watching. That's it for today, and I'll see you next time.
Yay! We're done.